everyone, welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, I'm Kala. Today we're diving into a topic that I know many of you can relate to. Overcoming the fear of being perceived on social media as a content creator, especially if you have anxiety. Trust me, I've been there. The fear of being judged, criticized, or just not being good enough can be so overwhelming. But guess what? You're not alone, and there are many ways to navigate through this fear. So let's get started. Chapter 1. Understanding the fear. First off, let's acknowledge that this fear is completely normal. Many of us feel it, especially those of us with anxiety. It's a natural reaction to vulnerability. Think about what specifically scares you. Is it the negative comments, judgment from your family or friends, fear of failure, fear of success? That identifying these specific fears is the first step in tackling them. When I first started, I was terrified of negative comments. So I made a list of my specific fears. Seeing them on paper helped me realize that many of them were based on assumptions, not facts, and that I was genuinely overthinking everything. For example, I feared that my content wasn't good enough, but when I asked for feedback from close friends, they highlighted my strengths I hadn't noticed. This helped me see my content from another perspective. Not just this, but once I started uploading content that I truly felt passionate about, where it didn't feel like work, it literally just feels like a hobby and something that I'm super passionate about, that's when I got the most love over my work. Being genuine to who you are, the type of content you love making is very important, because you have to find a way to feel confident in your work and silence that little voice in your head saying, no, that's a bad idea. No one is gonna like that. Chapter 2, mindset shifts. Now let's talk about mindset shifts. Focus on your purpose. Why did you start creating content in the first place? For me, I want to share my passion for self-improvement, becoming your best self, and gaming, and to connect with others who feel the same thing. Keeping this in mind really helps. Remember progress over perfection. No one is perfect, and that is okay. Embrace mistakes as learning opportunities and celebrate the small victories. Because as you spend more time in your content creator journey, you're gonna have these small victories that sometimes you're just gonna overlook because you're on to the next thing. But I highly recommend that you indulge into those happy, exciting feelings before moving on to the next thing. When I received my first positive comment, I actually celebrated it. Like, I was just genuinely on my phone replying to that comment, big smile on my face, showing my boyfriend this comment, showing my sister this comment, and yeah. It's like crazy things that you don't think happen in like the life of a content creator, but I personally love reading your comments and replying to them, and I appreciate people who comment on my content. Reframe those negative thoughts. Instead of thinking people would judge me, try my content can help someone. I used to worry about every single post, but then I started focusing on how my content could make someone's day better or teach them something new. Here's a tip. Keep a positivity folder with screenshots of encouraging comments and messages. When you're feeling down or you get a hateful comment, revisit this to remind yourself of the positive impact you've made. Chapter 3. Practical strategies. Here are some practical strategies. Start small. Share your content with a smaller supportive group before expanding to a wider audience. And honestly, this is perfect. If you're a smaller content creator, it's one of the best things, in my opinion, because you can explore, you can try new things, and see what you enjoy making and what other people enjoy. I honestly did not really share my videos with my family. I felt a little embarrassed, so I kind of just uploaded them privately. Set boundaries. Decide how much of your personal life you're comfortable sharing and sticking to it. This helps you feel more in control. I decided to keep some aspects of my life private, and it's made a huge difference. Schedule your content. If you're not scheduling your content, what the hell are you doing? Like, come on, you need to get on that. Planning and scheduling posts in advance can reduce the stress, a lot of stress, of on-spot creativity and posting. I use a content calendar to plan my posts, usually a month in advance if I'm at good, but I tend to fall behind, so I kind of am like a week or a few days ahead, which can cause a little more stress. But definitely do not rely on posting daily or making the content daily. Bulk your content and schedule it in. You'll thank me later. And don't forget to practice self-care. Mindfulness, exercise, and rest are crucial for managing anxiety. I make sure to meditate daily and take breaks when needed. It keeps me grounded and focused. I also make sure to stay hydrated. Sometimes you get lost in your little world of editing or making your content, filming, that you forget to take care of yourself. I tended to record daily, so this meant that I had to get full glam ready every single day, Monday through Friday, and I was like, whoa, this is a lot of time I'm spending on makeup. So I cut that down to getting ready only 2 to 3 days a week, like full glam, and that saves me a lot of time, and I just kind of bulk content during those days that I'm ready. If live streaming makes you anxious, start by recording yourself offline first until you feel comfortable, then gradually transitioning to live sessions. But what I say is rip that band-aid off and just do it. You're gonna get comfortable talking to the camera and your chatters if you're a live streamer, the more you do it, because it's not the same as just recording yourself. There's a lot more to it, but it definitely does help. If you don't want to rip that band-aid off, definitely start just recording yourself and talking. Chapter 4, building a supportive community. Engage with your supporters. Focus on the positive feedback and build a community off of that. Build a community that uplifts you. Focus on the positive feedback. I always take time to reply to all of my positive comments and messages. I feel like it strengthens the bond that I have with my audience, and it also boosts my confidence, not gonna lie. Network with other content creators. They understand your journey. They know what you're going through, and they could definitely offer support and advice, but please don't be those follow for follows. That's not the type of people you want to surround yourself with. You want to surround yourself with genuine people that you can connect with, not people who are looking for numbers. You never want to be just a number. Don't hesitate to collaborate with other content creators. Collaborative projects can reduce the pressure on you and introduce you to new audiences. I still need to work on this more, but it's something that you should definitely keep in mind. If anxiety becomes overwhelming, consider seeking help from a mental health professional. It's okay to ask for help, okay? I go to therapy monthly. I've been going to therapy for almost 6 years now, and I don't regret it, and I don't feel ashamed for going to therapy. Like, it literally keeps me going, and it's a game changer. Chapter 5, handling criticism. Handling criticism can be tough. Develop a plan for dealing with negative comments. Decide if you will ignore, delete, or respond to them. I personally choose to just let them be. I don't delete them or anything else because sometimes they cause some funny comments. I usually just leave them up for engagement because one, you're either gonna get people supporting you, having your back, or two, you're gonna have more people be more hateful. But at the end of the day, it just kind of creates engagement, and I'm here for it. If I start to see a comment, like if I start reading a comment, I'm like, oh, it's gonna be hateful, I just stop reading it, scroll on to the next one. I do not want to know what it says, and if I do read it and I process it mentally, I just process it, let it go. Don't ever think about it again. Understand that not all criticism is valid. Some negative comments come from trolls who just want to provoke you. Their comments reflect on them, not you. Remember, it's not about you, it's about their issues. If you receive a negative comment, take a deep breath before reacting. Sometimes stepping away from the screen for a while can help you process it more calmly. Chapter 6, long-term perspective. Keep a journal of your journey as a content creator. Keep track of positive experiences and improvements. I look back at my first videos and see how much I've grown. It's an amazing confidence booster. Please, 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 please celebrate your milestones, no matter how big or small they are. Every step forward is a victory. When I reached my first 100 subscribers, I celebrated by treating myself to a nice dinner. By nice dinner, I mean I went to go get wings with my boyfriend and celebrated it that way. It's important to acknowledge your achievements and definitely enjoy the road. I feel like I've been at the beginning of my content creator journey. I was always very focused on, okay, what's next? What do I have to do next? That I never really sat down, slowed down, and celebrated all of my milestones, you know? And definitely it is something that I regret doing, but I'm going to start working on that moving forward. And remember, stay true to yourself. Authenticity resonates the most with your audience. I found that being myself and sharing my genuine thoughts and experiences has created the strongest connection with my viewers. And lastly, do not compare your journey to others. Focus on your own growth and the value you bring to your audience. So there you have it. Overcoming the fear of being perceived on social media as a content creator is a journey, and a long one. I don't think it ever stops. At least it hasn't stopped for me yet. But it's definitely possible to overcome it slowly, and you will get better. It's honestly a lot of exposure therapy, in my opinion. Focus on your purpose, embrace your uniqueness, and build a supportive community around you. If you found this video helpful, give it a thumbs up, share it with someone who might need it, and don't forget to subscribe for more content like this. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.